Hello and welcome to the Premier League Punters Week 11. Going through all 10 games today. Flash, co-host.
Yeah.
How did we do last week? Because you said like I was going to take over that part, but I thought, you know what, you were a good singer.
Only when you're winning. Well, obviously last week went brilliantly well. It's one of those that we got really great value. And we said, and we went back to our old favourite of if you can't split them, you go for the draw. And there was many draws last weekend, and one of them we missed. And I was kicking myself because I went Newcastle Wolves draw. And then I sort of just thought, well, just in case someone gets a goal, I'm going to go for the under 1.5. And it ended 1-1.
Yeah.
So I was kicking myself a little bit. But yeah, we came out with great profit.
How many draws did you go for?
I think I went for 5.
And how many came through?
3.
Sweet. Very nice. Well, here's another person that is going to be singing because he's winning. Money Martin, over to you. Welcome to the show. How are you doing? How was your weekend in profit?
It was good, thanks. I had Newcastle Wolves to draw, which was good for me. I think I was on that at 3.22, so that helped prop things up. A couple of results went against me. What went against me? Arsenal obviously went against me, but that was probably to be expected. But yeah, got Liverpool and both teams to score came in. And yeah, overall, good weekend. Bit of profit and ready to go again.
Yeah. Adam Booth is in the chat. He says, Costa has been treating Flash well. Holy tanned. Yeah.
Oh, is it? It's me sunbed. It's me sunbed.
Sunbed. It's those days by the pool.
Oh yes, if I
those working days.
Of course, yeah. I'm always at the pool.
Yeah. Doris said really nice. Hello, you people are doing wonderful work here. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching. But let's have a look. We're going to bring up our record now. Over to you, Rafa, in the studio. Let us see exactly how we have been doing. 30.9 units of profit this season, and that is across these videos and also articles written over at oddsmarket.com. And the tips to break down is here. Martin, 12.6 units of profit, Flash, 12.3, and Dave Betts here is 6.1. He writes for us over at Odds Market, also does the lower leagues with Flash as well. You did miss that one, didn't you? Did you? No, yeah. Dave, you missed the lower leagues, didn't he?
Yeah, he was sleeping. He said he was up all night doing articles for you. So now
So I'm the one.
Yeah, your demand is now putting pressure on my shows.
All right. Hey, what did you think of the Arsenal game against Liverpool, Martin?
Oh, it was just ridiculous, wasn't it? I must have been fantastic for a neutral fan, but I couldn't believe Arsenal couldn't kill the game off. They were 3-1 up, they were 4-2 up. Ozil was the best player on the pitch, and Emery decided to take him off, which was a strange move. And yeah, it was just a classic Arsenal capitulation. Very poor defensively. Yeah, it was devastating, really. Thought they had it, and then a bicycle kick from Divock Origi in the 95th minute. But I knew that we would lose in penalty shootout. Arsenal goalkeepers never, ever save penalties. Don't think an Arsenal player has saved a penalty since 2013. So I knew that the writing was on the wall there. Yeah, very disappointing, but I don't know, maybe it'll speed up the Emery out process.
Yeah. Well, it's our second game that we're going to preview, so I will say, I do have a question and I will save it to that one. But let us start off now. Dave Betts is confirming that it is my fault. So I apologise. Yes. I apologise for Dave Betts not making your show.
You're the only one who's going to get away with it. That's why they say it was Natalie's fault, and I can't say nothing, can I? I'm like, okay.
What do you mean you don't say nothing?
Oh, well.
Yeah. All right.
I keep it under wraps.
All right. Funnily enough, actually, when we just sat down, this brings us to our first game. Flash said, "Ooh, do you back Manchester United on the road?" That's our first game. Bournemouth 3.4, Manchester United 2.23. 3 back-to-back wins, all of them on the road, playing a team shoddy at best, 1 win in 5, 3 draws, and that's 3 not scoring. Do we dare? I'm going to say no. I'm going to kick it off right now. I'm just stay away. But are you going to dare?
You were like a Premier League rapper there. It was like 3 in a row. No. Man United, no, I'm not trusting them. Against a Bournemouth side who haven't scored in 3, they do normally score at home. Alex Classic is probably well within the radar. But for me, I'm not having Man United. Listen, I just I'm fed up with them. Naughty step is like just too good for them. So no, not for me. Good luck to them if they want to, but no, they're imposters.
So what does that mean? You're passing?
Oh yeah,
it's a cold, hard
capital
pass.
P, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Martin, though, he's been a bit braver with his bets this season. Do you dare?
Oh yeah, I'm going to dare. I think both of these teams are confidence teams. Man United were expected to be thrashed by Liverpool, but they pulled off a surprise 1-1 draw. Ever since then, they can't stop winning. They're reasonably solid at the back. They look a lot more dangerous going forward since Anthony Martial came back. That's relieved some of the pressure on Marcus Rashford. And I think Bournemouth are in terrible form. They're a team that need to be scoring goals because they're poor at the back. And they've drawn a blank in their last 3 games, which doesn't sound very good to me. I'm looking at Man United, 2.24, but I think I might just do draw no bet at 1.65.
You don't fancy him that much then? You started off all up with
I'm all in it.
Man United -1, and then draw no bet.
I'll do Man United draw no bet at 1.65, and I'll do half on Man United straight win, 2.24.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I thought it was going to be like a -1.75.
Yeah, exactly. Going all in. I said he's brave.
No, come on, guys. Give me
1.6.
Lucky I didn't go Man United +1.
Yeah, yeah. You still might come unstuck. I don't fancy this game at all, you know.
No, I don't. But they say he who dares wins. So let's see if Martin is going to be winning next week. Right, Arsenal 1.8, Wolves 4.8. The question I was going to ask as well is there's been a few sort of player choices that has been questionable. Do you think he's going to get it right this time for Arsenal headed into this match? There are favourites, 1.8 there. Do we take them?
No chance. I don't think he'll get the team selection right at all. He's a terrible manager. His team selections are baffling.
Right.
Tactics are negative. Can't communicate with the players. Arsenal are having a meltdown. Keep throwing away leads. The fan base has grown toxic and poisonous again. I think, be very wary about backing Arsenal to win. Typically, they're pretty good at home, but haven't shown it in recent weeks. Wolves are a team that they generally struggle against because they're quite disciplined tactically. I would advise against betting on Arsenal right now. I can't imagine he'll start Ozil. I can't imagine there'll be much creativity in this team. He'll probably continue with leaky defence. But I'm looking at just both teams to score at 1.7. I still think Arsenal can breach this Wolves defence. Can see it maybe being 2-1 to Wolves, maybe 1-1, maybe 2-2. Both teams can score for me.
Yeah, I have to say it's one of my favourite looks for the weekend, both teams to score that 1.7. Wolves, they're not a bad side. They found the last 9 matches they've played. Arsenal was going through that patch of keeping clean sheets, which is like unheard of for Arsenal, but they are letting goals slip in. Both teams to score. I love that one. Are you making it an awesome threesome?
No, I'm all over Arsenal where I couldn't be at the opposite end of the fence for Martin there. I think Arsenal win this game. I think Wolves absolutely suit them. They're slow in their play. They're predictable. They're tidy, and obviously if you overcommit, they could hit you on the break with Traore. But the chances of Traore couldn't hit a cow's backside of a barn door. So for me, I've gone with Arsenal. 1.8, I couldn't believe. I was expecting like 1.6. Not going to complicate it. I'm just going to go straight Arsenal win. I think he plays both Lacazette and Aubameyang if he's fit, because obviously he missed last week. I'm just gonna go Arsenal 1.8, and that'll probably be my banker.
Wow.
Oh God.
I think they're too good I think they're too good.
Last season they took 4 points off Arsenal.
Yeah, I know. I tell you, one of the biggest factors, Martin, that's swayed me is I don't think he'll play Xhaka, and I think that he'll probably play Torreira, Guendouzi, and Caballas. And I think against the 3 of Wolves, I think they'll play triangles round them. Tierney's settling in a lot better. I think Bellerin's a few weeks away from being absolutely right. I think we're going to see them on the front foot a lot better than we have done. But against Wolves, who have been draw specialists, I think 1.8 is really good value.
Oh, I don't know. Martin seems shocked. He's thinking, are you talking about the same team we're talking about?
He's involved in his heart, though, because it's his love. You know what it's like. You know, you get disgruntled as quickly as you get like euphoric.
Well, he's an Arsenal fan and I'm a Manchester United fan, so we do know what you mean.
No, exactly. Yeah, Man United all over the shop.
Okay, Aston Villa now, 9.25, draw 5.5, and Liverpool 1.38. I think Aston Villa just not a side. I think they can be a dark horse, but now against Liverpool, they're having a cracking Premier League season. They've got a 6-point lead over Manchester City. They can't let that slide. They are on the road. I do think that Liverpool get the job done. The question is how, and is there any value, Martin?
I can't find the value in this game, I'm afraid. I think it's a potential banana skin. They do have the odd draw in them, Liverpool. As we saw against Man United, they were expected to win that one comfortably. They did get to rest a lot of players in midweek for that Carabao Cup clash, or EFL Cup clash, whereas Aston Villa played something a bit closer to a full team.
Yeah.
But still, I just think Aston Villa have got quite a bit of confidence right now. They've won their last 2 games at home. I mean, if Liverpool win, I could see it being by a goal. So I just can't really find the value on the Asian handicaps or anything. So I'm going to have to pass this one.
Oh, but if you say by a goal, though, giving Aston Villa a plus, or is there no value on that?
Maybe, yeah, there probably is a bit of value there. You could probably find even money or something on it, but you never know with the way that Liverpool can go. If they really go out all guns blazing, they could blow them away. I just feel like this is a bit of an unpredictable game. I think the bookmakers seem a bit sick and tired of losing money on Man City and Liverpool, so they've priced most of it out of the market. You have to give them a pretty extreme Asian handicap if you want to get any value.
Yeah, totally. What about yourself? Did you find anything?
Well, yeah, I went for originally Liverpool minus 1.75 on the Asian handicap at 2.3, and then I started thinking to myself, it's Champions League next week.
Yes.
It could well be one of those where they do win by the odd goal. I mean, last week at 3.6, we got Liverpool to win by 1 goal against Tottenham. I've put a line through the game. I passed it. It's an official pass because I just can't. I can see it being 3-0, 3-1, but I can also see it being 1-0 scrappy, you know. So I was probably leaning on the 1.75 Asian handicap, but I'm just going to leave it alone because Liverpool have had quite a hectic schedule. They're going into the Champions League next week. They could be 2-0 up, think the job's done, and then Villa getting an equaliser late on, a consolation. And then we're killed.
That's what I know. That's what I'm worried about. Is that Aston Villa goal as well? All right. So one to avoid: Aston Villa, Liverpool. Have you guys got anything? Let us know because it'll be interesting to see. Brighton, Norwich now 1.75 for Brighton. Norwich 4.75. You've kind of got like bad versus worse in this case. They have won. Brighton have won their last 2 Premier League home games. Norwich have yet to win a game. 1.75. It does seem tempting, but it's betting on a bad team. Are you going to take it?
You can't take Brighton at 1.75 at home. That is straight jacket material. That is padding in the cell, headbutt in the wall. There's only one way for me to go here, and that's 4.2 to draw. Norwich are free. They're in free falling. That's no good at all. Brighton, yeah, they got their tails up, but it was a 95th minute own goal that got them the win last week. Otherwise, they had another draw. So for me, the draw at 4.2, I expect a tight game. Norwich did get a 0-0 draw away at Bournemouth when Bournemouth failed to score. I see it probably going the same way. I wouldn't put anyone off a Norwich double chance, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go draw, 4.2.
Yeah. I don't know. I like a straight jacket bet. Arsenal as your banker, I'd say, is up there.
What, Brighton at 1.75?
I don't think I don't think it's too straight jackety. What do you think, Martin?
Send round the people with the straight jackets. Put me in my cell. I'll headbutt the wall. I'm going Brighton to win 1.75.
No.
It's like I quite liked it.
They've beaten Tottenham and Everton.
Hold on a minute. Tottenham are one of the worst teams ever, and they got a 95th minute own goal to get the victory against Everton. And they did have a dodge penalty as well, VAR penalty. Listen, mate, I'm cheering you on at 1.75, but I fancy the draw at 4.2. That's like nearly, three and a bit times? Four, wow. Yeah, it's too much.
I think Brighton have got confidence at home, I think, and Norwich, again, winless on the road. 4 straight losses, only 1 draw on the road.
Yeah, but they're
rubbish on the road,
they're turning
basically.
up into this game with their mentality of thinking, right, this is a real opportunity to like stop the demise. Listen, Brighton are no good, right? Brighton are no good. Norwich are no good. So if they're both no good, go for the draw.
All right. I'm with you, Martin, on that one, I have to say. I don't think it's too straitjacket of a bet.
I think Brighton have got more attacking options now. They're no longer quite so reliant on the ageing legs of Glenn Murray. I like the look of Connolly up front. He's a good find. Trossard's going to be pushing for a start in this game because he was electric when he came off the bench. Norwich have got players that are coming back from injury. That was a big reason for their downturn in form. They had a bad injury crisis, but I'm not sure they're fully up yet. This is a team that's low on confidence. They're leaking goals. Only team with a worse defensive record than them is Southampton, who just lost 9-0. You know, Brighton will keep things tight at the back. I think they can nick a win here. They're backed by a good home support. They're playing well at the Amex. I'm going for a home win. I've already put it as my tip on my odds market article. I'm sticking to my guns.
There you go. Difference of opinion, head to head. Let's see who wins. Okay, Man City, talking of Southampton, Man City versus Southampton there. Southampton at a priced 32 for their win. Man City 1.11. I was thinking here, do we go for that? Man City in over 3.5 goals, now known as the Flash Classic when Man City play. Southampton have conceded the most goals, 25 in total, but obviously we've got Champions League. They haven't involved in a midweek match. Man City in the over 3.5 goals. It's 1.7 though. Not much to write home about, is it?
No, you can't go near it. I can't go near it anyway because you'd probably go Southampton win to nil. Man City win. Well, I don't know where I'm going with that. That's that straitjacket talk. Man City win to nil. Man City maybe -1. Listen, Southampton have now got to try and get something out of the game. I expect Man City to be too strong. Man City have an eye on the Champions League. Maybe an under 3 and Man City an under 3.5 might be a bit better value than the over. But I've got to pass it again. Honestly, I've had like...
Have you got any plays this?
Yeah, well, I've had 4
Why
games.
are you here? He's going to be passing it.
I made a few quid last week.
Pass.
I'm saving up for Christmas.
All right. So another pass from Flash. What about you, Martin? Did you find anything?
No, I'm afraid not. After losing 9-0, it's really easy just to go and back Man City -4 on the Asian handicap or something like that. But I think it's very rare for a team to get heavily thrashed like that twice in a row. They're going to be hurting. They're going to be embarrassed. They're going to have had the riot act read to them on the training ground. And I think they'll come out and give a much better account of themselves. I still think Man City will win. But I don't think it'll be like an annihilation. Their heads went down after Bertrand got sent off on Friday night. It was a miserable evening and they just gave up. But I don't think that's going to happen again here. Man City obviously too good for them and I think they will win. But I'm just not sure how they're going to win. So I was looking at maybe Man City to win to 0 because I could see about 3-0. I was maybe looking at Man City in the under 4.5 goals. But you just never know with Man City. So I'm going to leave it alone.
Man City have already beaten Southampton this week as well in the Cup. Was that 3-0, Mark?
3-1.
3-1. See, that's what I'm saying. That's that Southampton goal that can kill you. A bit like the Villa goal that could kill you against Liverpool.
Yeah. All right, Sheffield United now against Burnley. Sheffield United 2.25, Burnley come in 2.7, draw 3.3. I think this is a really tough one to call. I am not a draw player. I don't know why I always get a bit. I know you love your draws, but I think this has got draw over it, to be honest with you, and low scoring.
And if you ask me, gun to my head, what I think the score is, I'll be going for 1-1.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I've gone for both teams to score at 2. I think that...
Because you literally think it's going to be 1-1.
I do think it's going to be 1-1, but there again, if both teams to score at 2, if someone gets an 89th minute winner, 2-1, then...
So you think it could go over, because otherwise you can play the both teams to score in under 2.5 goals.
Yeah, I mean, that's really brave, right. Because that's what you want to just have, like, what's 1-1, isn't it? Yeah. That's the only score.
Teammates are just go for a correct score.
Exactly. So, yeah, both teams to score... At 2, Sheffield United are doing exactly what we said they'd do. They've been absolutely outstanding. A complete credit to themselves, their manager, the fans. And Burnley, listen, they didn't give up last week. They went 4-0 down against a rampant Chelsea side, by the way. We've been tipping them up for the last, say, maybe 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
But both teams to score at 2, I thought was really good value.
Yeah. Burnley just don't travel well today. Martin, have you got a bet here?
No, this was a pass from me. I just think two very evenly matched teams. Sheffield United have been fantastic. Well played to them. They're doing a fantastic job with the manager they've got there. But I also appreciate Burnley's doggedness. They're strong in the tackle. I think these two could cancel each other out. I like the idea of maybe a small stake on a draw. But just while you were talking, I started looking at the cards market. Maybe I'd look at over 3.5 cards. If you can get like 1.91 on that, normally they price it up equally with over and under. So 1.91 on over 3.5 cards might be interesting because I think this can be a real scrappy game here. Lots of tackles flying in, but for the record, official pass.
Okay, Eric Oblivion Sports, the under and the draw at 7.6. If any of you guys follow Eric, he writes articles for us, generally like Formula One and MotoGP over at oddsmarket.com. He pulls out those high odds, the under and the draw, 7.6.
Coupled.
That's a good bet. A few people though, we've got IPL betting saying Burnley leaking goals. Rye Cape says, I like the draw here as well. And then Dono7 says, Burnley double chance, no doubt. So quite a few people are quite similar on the leaning towards that draw. All right, West Ham 1.87, Newcastle 4.5. We've got 10th place West Ham against 17th Newcastle. Neither team are faring well. I'm just wondering, I think 1.87 is very low for a West Ham win. Again, I'm wondering whether a Newcastle double chance, something like that. You're nodding your head.
Well, exactly. I wrote West Ham win 1.87. I'm really happy with West Ham. And then I thought, oh no, Newcastle beat Man United, then they get a draw at home to Wolves. They're rubbish. Honestly, Newcastle are rubbish. And the only way I'd play this game is West Ham to win. And then I went 1.87. Can I rely on West Ham on the back? Yeah, they're like, it's exactly the same as Brighton at 1.75 to me. Leave the game alone, move on, because I got 3 cracking bets in the last 3 games.
Well, I hope so, because you only whipped out 1 or 2 so far. 3, all right. What about you, Martin? Is 1.87 too low for you, or is that a good enough price?
No, I like it simply because West Ham have to win sooner or later. They're well overdue a win, this team. They made a great start to the season. They were flying high. Everything was looking good for Pellegrini. They've gone well off the boil in recent weeks. It's been a disastrous run of form, and they're going to be under real pressure here. Longstaff was sent off for Newcastle, so I guess he'll miss this game, which could affect their chances in midfield. And if someone like John Joe Shelby comes in, I think West Ham can overpower them with Declan Rice. And going forwards, I think they should just have too much for them. I know that Newcastle keep things tight, 5 at the back, 2 holding midfielders in front of them. That's why they've been grinding out a few results here and there. But I think ultimately West Ham's superior quality in front of their home fans should tell in this game. And I think 1.87 is a pretty decent price. West Ham can't go much longer without a win, and Newcastle's a good team to return to winning ways against.
Yeah, well, let's hope it is this weekend that we see the West Ham at home win. Shamil says West Ham win and the under 3.5 goals. Now, Abraham says, hope Flash does not go all draw crazy like last week, but why not? He gave 5 draws, you said, and 3 of them won. Yeah, I actually think like that's really, and the odds that you get for draws, I would say if Flash.
And I went off one as well because the Newcastle Wolves game was a draw, and I went for the under 1.5. Thinking I might get done 1-0. It was 1-1.
Yeah, Dono7 says easy West Ham. So a few people on that West Ham win. All right, Watford 5.2 there at home, draw 4.5, and Chelsea 1.66. I was thinking Watford are like the mighty Benevento of the Premier League, Martin. And then another word, I was like, as I was writing my notes, Chelsea now galvanised, which is obviously your word, under Lampard, firing on all cylinders, 1.66 for surely an Aka filler. What do you think, Martin?
I think so, yeah. It is a potential risk because Watford have drawn their last few games, but I'm so impressed with Chelsea at the moment. They're really surging with momentum. I think that's 7 wins in a row in all competitions now. They've got a fantastic blend of youth and experience. And yeah, I think that they'll overwhelm Watford in this game. Watford have picked up a few draws. I think that's largely down to the strength of their midfield. Chalobah has been doing well. Tom Cleverley, Decore. But that's Chelsea probably, for me, have the best midfield in the league. Even if Kante misses out, Jorginho and Mateo Kovacic have been on fire. They're getting a bit stronger at the back, and they've got players up front that can really hurt them. There's competition for places. Tammy Abraham's due a goal. If he doesn't turn it on, Batshuayi's dangerous off the bench. Pulisic is finally finding form. Hudson-Odoi is starting to get up to full fitness. Yeah, I just think this is a game that Chelsea should win. 1.69 you can get on a Chelsea win, which looks good. For a bit more value, you've got Chelsea 0.75 Asian handicap at 1.87 as well, which is good.
Yeah. Now, Flash was whispering in my ear about Chelsea losing, but that was in the League Cup, so there was like a midweek. It wasn't Premier League, there was it?
Oh no!
I don't know if like that. And like I would say, like I think they're focusing on the Premier League.
Lost yesterday to Man United, minus Rashford, but a much changed team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Watford double chance at 2.3. I am.
Of course you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, but the thing is, I just felt that Watford have started to show glimpses. They were very unlucky when they played against Tottenham. I think they should have won the game. I think it will be won or lost with the strength of the midfield. And also, I think we could see plenty of goals in this game, because I think that Chelsea at the moment just only know one way, and that's all out attack. And if Watford can just, and they are playing probably the worst defence in the league, even though Southampton have let in the most, but I just feel Watford, I think they're overpriced at 5.2, but I've gone with a draw as well to have both sides off for me. It's a double chance, 2.3. I just think Watford have got to produce. And I fancy they could go.
How do you think that Watford is overpriced, sitting comfortably?
Because it's one of them
in
places.
20th position. They're poor.
Yeah, they are.
Overpriced.
But if they get their towels up, it's a horrible place to go, because the crowd are on you, and they're only like maybe a little 10-minute phase in a game away from clicking back into that Watford side that were
I think they're underpriced. I think they should be more like 9.
Well, the thing is, do you trust Chelsea away 1.66 or 1.69?
I would say they're pretty galvanised and firing on all cylinders. We have somebody right here. Well, Dave Bet says Chelsea are pissed off. Chelsea win in the over 2.5 goals for plus money is my bet, says Dave Bet. And then Eric says Chelsea will want to bounce back. There are a few people though that are liking the draw, but I don't know. Would you say they're the mighty Benevento of Premier League, Martin? Have they earned that title?
No, I think that's a bit harsh on them. Benevento have no resources. Benevento were a great team. We used to, for anyone that wasn't aware, a couple of years we were betting on them week in, week out to get hammered, and made a lot of money out of them. And they slunk back down to Serie B, sadly. But yeah, in the Premier League, the teams that come up and the teams have a lot more money, so it's a lot more evenly matched. Yeah, they were good in the first half of last season, Watford, but they were terrible towards the end of it. They slid down the table. They got absolutely annihilated in the FA Cup final. Started this season in dreadful form. Sacked their manager after 4 games. And they're still winless 10 games into the season. And they haven't got any fit strikers. They started 2 midfielders up front in their last game. So I think goals are going to be a problem. And they're leaking too many at the back as well. So hence my bet on Chelsea.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, Watford were that sort of like dark horse, weren't they? And yes, the mighty Benevento. I think Martin paid off his mortgage, backing Juventus and under 3.5 goals and fading Benevento. just on those 2 bets. All right, so difference of opinions again on that match. Where are we? Oh, we got to 2 more. Crystal Palace versus Leicester. Leicester 2.25, obviously pumped from nailing Southampton. Do we take them on the road though? 2.25. Crystal Palace can sometimes be a little tricky to back against. What are you going for? I'm
going for a draw, 3.5. Crystal Palace at home. I was very close to going with Crystal Palace at 3.55. I mean, Crystal Palace are far stronger than Leicester. I mean, Leicester were flattered by their 9-0 because of the way that Southampton just completely caved in. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I was on Leicester -1 anyway, at I think it was 7-2, so it would have been 4.5. But
cashed in easy.
Yeah, exactly, after 4-0 after 25 minutes. But I got the phone call about an hour and a half before the game saying it's absolutely smashing it down here. And it was perfect conditions for the way that Leicester want to play. I don't think they're going to get that against Palace. Palace have obviously buoyed after 2-0 down against Arsenal last week. I had Palace double chance at 3.6 last week against Arsenal. I think I'm worried more about Palace winning than Leicester winning, but I'm going for the draw at 3.5.
So to answer Abraham Bangura, hope Flash does not go all draw crazy like last week. Apologies, it looks like he is. How many draws are you going for?
2.
Just what? 2 this week?
Yeah, Brighton, Norwich.
Didn't you do some draw no bets? Or double chances?
Double chance.
Yeah.
Both teams to score. Right. So my only out and out win bet at the moment is Arsenal.
All right, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, Leicester. Martin, what do you like?
It's going to have to be Leicester for me at 2.25. The only team outside the so-called Big Six to take points off them this season was Wolves on the opening day of the season. Since then, every team they've played outside that supposed Big Six, they've beaten. They're going to have their tails up after beating Southampton 9-0. Had a couple extra days to rest. I really want to go Leicester draw no bet because I am nervous about Crystal Palace. Odds are only 1.57, so there's just no value there for me. So much as I'd like to go for Leicester draw no bet to cover myself because Crystal Palace are a strong and stubborn team.
Yes.
I'm going to have to stick my neck out and go for that Leicester win at 2.25. But I won't be putting in any accumulators. I'll go for Leicester draw no bet when I'm doing my accumulators.
Yeah. I'd agree. Crystal Palace are stubborn, and Sammy says trap game, goals market might be the play. And there's a few people actually saying that the Alex Classic, both teams are scoring the over 2.5 goals here on the Leicester game. Shamil there liking goals, IPL betting, both teams to score at 1.76. Yeah, goals could be another way forward. If you had to predict a correct score for this game, what would it be?
1-1.
1-1. Okay, both teams to score. Martin, correct score for that game, what would it be? Crystal Palace, Leicester.
2-1. I'll go 2-1 to Leicester.
2-1.
Late goal from James Maddison or Jamie Vardy wins it.
Says his crystal ball. Exactly. All right, so there we go. Both teams to score could be a good play. 1.76. Everton versus Spurs. Now, Everton 2.8, Spurs 2.66. This game is very tight. Spurs obviously a lot better at home. They're on the road there at Everton. Martin, what do you like here?
I don't like anything in this game, I'm afraid. This has to be a pass from me. I'm impressed by the boldness of Marco Silva to drop Gylfi Sigurdsson. He is their best player, but he's been misfiring this season. He's put Iwobi into a central role, playing Theo Walcott and Bernard on the wings. They've looked a lot more dangerous recently, but that 3-2 defeat to Brighton sets alarm bells ringing. I don't really think you can trust Tottenham at the moment. They've only taken 1 point from their last 3 games in the league. If anything, I'd be looking at goals here because I don't really want to back either of these teams to win it outright. But very much looking forward to the cracking bet that Flash has got on this one.
Yeah, I know, because you said you haven't had a bet, didn't you? You're ending it. So what are you going for?
Oh, I'm going
draw.
Alex Classic at 1.95. I think it's absolutely nailed on, and it will be part of my parlay as well. I mean, Spurs, Ali, Ericsson, Aurier, that just completely nowhere near the players they were last year. Spurs have got to do something and do something quickly because they are really falling behind. They're not even in the top 6 when you say the top 6, as in the form teams. Everton have just completed our homers. I can definitely see Everton scoring. I can see Everton winning this maybe 2-1, but I can see Spurs winning 2-1 as well. So for me, both teams to score over 2.5. Alex Classic at 1.95 and pretty strong as well.
Oh, very nice. All right, well, Kappa just joins in. Nice to have you here, and you've just come in time where we're going to run through our bets. All right, Martin, so what have you got for us this week? And if you've got a 2-team parlay, ACCA, or a banker where you're going to put 2 units on?
Okay, so I'm going to go for Man United draw no bet at 1.65. Maybe a little bet on Man United at 2.24. Sitting around the men in straight jackets because I'm going for Brighton at 1.75. I'm going for Arsenal versus Wolves, both teams to score at 1.7. West Ham at 1.88. Chelsea 1.69, but probably Chelsea minus 0.75 on the Asian handicap at 1.86, and Leicester at 2.25. I think I'll probably leave having a banker. I might go for an accumulator, right? Man United draw no bet, Brighton draw no bet, Chelsea draw no bet, Leicester draw no bet, and West Ham draw no bet. 5.7.
Wow. That's the first time you've that sounds nice. You tempted by that one?
I'm going to have to watch this video back about 6 times to get that bet sorted out. Jesus. How many draw no bet? Does that include like the away team not winning as well? It's like I don't even know what's gone on there. That's just cry. Let's hope it wins. Well, it's not going to win. Did you say Brighton in there as well?
Brighton draw no bet.
Oh, that's all right.
Man United.
Yeah.
Man United, Brighton, Chelsea, Leicester, and West Ham all draw no bet.
Good luck. Okay, Arsenal 1.8. Brighton, Norwich draw at 4.2. Sheff United and Burnley, both teams to score at 2. Watford, double chance against Chelsea at 2.3. Palace, Leicester draw at 3.5. Everton, Spurs, both teams to score at over 2.5 at 1.95. In fact, I'm going to make that my banker. The Everton, Spurs, Alex Classic. But I'm going to have Arsenal at 1.8 and Sheff United, Burnley, both teams to score at 2 as my parlay.
Oh, you are brave doing that, Arsenal, but I'm glad you didn't put it in your banker. So.
Well, don't matter. It's going in a parlay, though, isn't it? It might as well just be. They're all bankers, really, if you're going to put your money on them.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Martin, Flash, thank you once again, and best of luck with your bets. 30.9 units of profit from the beginning of the season. That also includes...
Not bad, that.
Yeah, it is not bad. That also includes Dave Betts' written articles with some Premier League bets in as well. I think he's on 6.3 units of profit, more or less. Go back to the beginning of the video. You will see the record. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next week. Martin, Flash, always a pleasure. Take care.
Thanks, guys.